May the Scout Oath and Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward.
This time we present our newest Eagle Scout from Troop 4, Brian Gallagher.
Wow, cannot believe I'm finally standing here. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming to my Corps of Honor today. It is an honor for me to receive my Eagle Scout Award. I would not have finished without the help of my family, my Scout leaders, my sponsor, my fellow Scouts. To my parents, thank you for being there when I needed help, where I quit running to Olivos, to hungry work parties going, and a little, well, a lot of guidance. To my sponsors, Scott Pispoli and the Milford Highway Department, who could not be here because of the snow, thank you anyway, who gave me the opportunity to do the project that was important to me, as well as my town and community. And to Mr. Bedard, my Cub Scout and Boy Scout leader, and then finally my Eagle advisor. Thank you for your dedication to our troop, and thank you for the time you spent with all the Scouts so that we all could become true Scouts and become proud Eagles. Also, to my fellow Scouts, thank you for the time you spent at my work parties helping me get to where I am today. Without all of you, I would not be standing here today. I have a question. What do the following numbers mean to all of you in the room? 3,900,000, 65,700, and 2,700. Well, they're not tomorrow's jackpot for the Mega Millions. It's the number of minutes, hours, and days since I began my Eagle Scout, I became an Eagle Scout to the day I started. These numbers may seem huge to all of you, especially the Scouts in the room. But the important point is to remember that every Scout should take the time they need for their journey to Eagle. Scouts should always be a place that you should do things you enjoy doing, such as camping, hiking, and exploring the outdoors. Early in Scouting, I just enjoyed being part of the group and not look to lead. As I grew older, I watched my Scout leaders such as Mr. Bedard and Mr. Gorham, and I began to understand that you don't have to lead with an iron fist, but leading by example works the best. A year after I got my my life, I was not prepared to lead Scouts and lead parents at work parties. But without the training I received before that, from Troop 4, Mr. Bedard, my parents, and other leaders, I would not have been able to become an Eagle Scout. Becoming an Eagle Scout is more than just a badge to me. It is an accomplishment that I'm now able to check off my life goals. The path to Eagle has helped me with my planning and problem-solving skills. It's also given me confidence to excel in school, in work, and a direction in college. I'm now also to be proud of a group of very important leaders and join my 7 other Scout mates led by Mr. Bedard back in 2003 as Eagle Scouts. So in closing, to my fellow Scouts in Troop 4, stay in Scouts, find what you enjoy, and become an Eagle Scout when you are ready. Thank you.
traditionally, to close out a court of honor, the tradition is a Scoutmaster minute. So if you could, tonight's Scoutmaster minute's kind of more along indulge the sentimental journey of the old guy. So bear with me for a second. Let me see if I can keep your attention here as I speak to you guys directly. Last Thursday, I saw my old Scoutmaster, Bob Mendel. He's remained friends with the family, but I haven't seen him in about 30 years. He's in his mid-80s. He's bald in the middle, hair on the side, full beard, with a kind face, kind of like Santa Claus. He's got a little bit of a pot belly, but he's strong. He's clear-minded, and he's exactly the way I remember him 30 years ago. In fact, he's still the Scoutmaster of my old troop 30 years later. And he has 70 Scouts, 70 in his troop. So we talked about Scouts. We had gone together when I was a youth up to northern Maine in the Allagash region of Maine, Chesuncook Lake area. And I told him Troop 4 did that same trip, nearly identical to that trip, a couple of years ago. And he asked me if I remembered the wind coming across Chesuncook Lake, which is miles long and I believe half mile to a mile wide, such that we had to pull to the side and stay overnight because the chop was over the sides of the canoes. And I said, yeah, I remember that. I told him that we recently took a trip, some adults and youth from Troop 4, up to Mount Washington, and that we had stayed in Lakes in the Cloud of the AMC huts. And he said, do you remember when we were up there, Lakes in the Clouds? And we almost walked off the side of the mountain because it was so foggy, you couldn't see 2 feet in front of you. And I said, yeah, I do remember that. I also told him I couldn't find, there was books up there, I couldn't find where we had signed the books 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. They kept about 50 years of logbooks when you come in there and you sign in as a guest. I spent hours looking for the old book. I also saw my old committee chairperson, Walter Snell. Now, you guys watch a lot of internet and stuff like that. I don't know if you've ever seen Magnum PI. If you haven't, your parents have. Walter Snell is hideous. He looks like him, he talks like him, his mannerisms are like him, and he's like him in every way. Mr. Snell was your Mr. Weber. He stayed the full week with you at summer camp. And Mr. Snell, I can still remember it as clear as day. He had these dress shoes that were actually boots, and his pants were always tucked into his boots, like he did it on purpose. And he had a pipe. I don't know if we were allowed to smoke back then as leaders, but he smoked his pipe. His son Walter, he had 2 sons. His son Walter was one of 3 boys that I knew, 2 from Scouting, that were the closest thing to brothers to me. And we used to take out the Aggie, that was Mr. Schnell's boat, and the Aggie 2, and we didn't wreck the Aggie, although we've been accused of ending the props. And we recounted some of our adventures through Scouts through his son. I was honored to introduce my 4 children to my former leaders, and to proudly introduce my son who's working on his Eagle, and my younger son who's going to bridge to Boy Scouts this coming Sunday, Troop 4. So why do I tell you this story? Well, I tell you this story because some of the best friends that you're ever going to meet are sitting right next to you right now. Or you meet them through Scouting. And you may not even realize it. And I'm going to embarrass my own son here, but it takes a certain kind of friend to say, hey, Michael, the pancreas is showing, when his insulin pump falls out of his pocket instead of going by his cord. It takes a certain kind of friend to call up his high school buddies on a Saturday night and say, hey guys, you want to come over and watch Frozen? And they do. And then they watch watch it a second time in French. So your friendships in scouting, they're formed through common experiences. They're formed through challenges and triumphs. Whether that challenge is making your way across Chesuncook Lake in Maine, or climbing Mount Washington, or earning those last 4 Eagle required merit badges, my 8 Life Scouts, and you know who you are, or starting the Eagle Project, or making it all the way to Eagle. We all know that a scout is friendly. That's the Scout Law. It's on our program, right here on the cover. Right? But a scout is your friend too. And your scout friends, I guarantee you, are going to be some of the best friends you ever make. And whether it's tonight, sitting next to you, or 30 years from now, when you see them again, they'll be some of the best friends. That's my name. Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Hobart to close us out here. We'll call up Justin Stiles to do our law. And a couple words from Mr. Hobart and Mr. Stiles will close us out. Thank you on behalf of 2-4 for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In closing, again, I just want to congratulate Brian for his accomplishment, but for all the scouts that advanced this evening as well. So, just remember this, boys. Many hands make for light work, so don't think you're going to giddy up and get out of here. All right, and Representative Fernandez, I just want to let you know, this weekend is the Lanciano trip, so it's still going strong, which is just a great time, as you talked about. So, with that being said, I'll turn it over to Justin now.
Thank you all for coming out tonight, and congratulations, Brian, and the Yellow Scouts stand. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, forever.
So, what do you guys doing now? Cleaning? Awesome. Get to it. 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 There we go.
I know, that's what that's.
Yeah, how was that? Were you nervous? Right? Which preschool? Right? You couldn't have done anything that bad. You're only in second grade. Right? It's us grown-ups that have more stuff to talk about. What day is your first communion? Well, every class is different. We're not doing it.
No, you know what's there. You know what's there. It's the racetrack. It's like green next to
Mine is May 9th. What school do you go to? Where does Daniel go? Oh, he well, if Mom says it, you just tell us something. Mom says it's Mom's happy. Mom's happy. You know that? I mean, it's I'm gonna go home and clean up. I will get him a car. Okay, I need to go find
Hi there. Ask her how he thinks like a shit.
Very chilly here. That's why I put my scarf on like halfway through. I was like, a little chilly.
I mean, you sit down and test to see if you Don't bump the camera. Don't bump the camera. We're going to sit and go say hi to him. Yeah, I told you, Mike, we have a future that
You know how to do it?
I got a football party, Brendan's football party.
They go using the phone.
Because he's got a football party there. Yeah, Brendan's not going out. Brendan's not going down either.
I'm not doing that. Don't blow it this one second. Somehow. I'm not boss. No, but I'll clean up. Come on. Come on. I know. That was Tommy. What's it? Tommy. So what he put in is.
Yeah, they buy the kids pizza down there. Jerseys.
Good. We'll be here for another one.
Because this year, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade all won the championship.
And so you also.
It was up in Littleton. Next one over.
Yes, yes. What is it? Thanks for guys for coming.
Say hi to the camera.
Is it even on? Yes, actually.
Put it down. Recording, 55 minutes, 1 second.
Just put it that way. You just gotta clean up tables, make sure there's 8 chairs around.
Is this one been recording the entire time?
Brandon, look here. Look here. Look. Come on. Look, it's recording. The red dot. It was recording.
Punching Matangi in the gut is like.
Oh, ready? Get this. Ready? Watch this.
Yo, it's recording.